The most luxurious electrical car, Rolls-Royce Spectre. Regarding luxury cars, you might think about Lamborghinis and Bugattis, but if you want luxury that matches your business style, Rolls-Royce matches your profile perfectly. Rolls-Royce has come a long way since the early 1900s to what we see on the market today. It is not often that we see a company this old not only recognize who they are right away, but also know that the quality of their product has not dipped in the least, regardless of the circumstances. But this Rolls-Royce is a whole new category. The Rolls-Royce Spectre. What makes this car so luxurious? Buckle up because we're about to find out. Let's go. A little about the company and the Spectre. The Rolls-Royce Spectre is a full-size, battery-electric luxury car produced by Rolls-Royce Motor Cars in the United Kingdom. The first vehicles will be delivered in the fourth quarter of 2023. It will be Rolls-Royce's first electric vehicle, and it will be built on the same platform as the Phantom and Cullinan. The Rolls-Royce Spectre will have a range of over 310 miles or 500 kilometers. The Spectre's design is similar to today's Rolls-Royce Wraith Coupe, complete with suicide doors. The prototypes had a drag coefficient of only 0.25, making it the most aerodynamic Rolls-Royce ever built. The driving range is estimated to be around 260 miles per charge, which does not put the Spectre in the same league as less expensive competitors, like the Tesla Model S and the Lucid Motors Air. Buyers with the $400,000 available to purchase a Spectre are unlikely to take a road trip when their private jet is always waiting at a nearby airfield. The Spectre is the first in a series of EVs from Rolls-Royce, and the company says that its gasoline-powered models will be phased out and replaced entirely by EVs by 2030. Dazzling and exquisite outlook. The Spectre has a striking and sleek design that draws everyone's attention at first glance and is the most aerodynamic car Rolls-Royce has ever produced. The widest, polished stainless steel grille intersects the split headlight treatment on the front of the Spectre. The car's side profile is stunning, with the finest body crease, silver-colored door handles, two-tone alloy wheels, and a black sloped roof. Spectre's rear end features a minimalist design, rectangle customizable taillights, and a Spectre nameplate. Range and battery life. Rolls-Royce has not specified the size of the Spectre's battery, but it is expected to provide a driving range of approximately 260 miles per charge. DC fast charging should be possible, but we expect most Spectre buyers to have a charging system installed at their estates. All Spectres will be equipped with a dual-motor electric powertrain producing 577 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. According to Rolls-Royce, this is enough to propel the 6,559 pound coupe to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds. In our testing, you might scoff at that estimate, pointing to the Tesla Model S Plaid, which hit 60 miles per hour in 2.1 seconds. But Rolls-Royce's brand ethos is more about quiet cruising than mind-bending performance. Rolls-Royce has installed adaptive suspension to ensure a properly isolated ride, and the engineers have also made room for a massive amount of sound-deadening material, which Rolls claims will keep the cabin whisper quiet. Interior and comfort. The Spectre's cabin accommodates 4 people, with bucket seats in both rows. Anyone familiar with Rolls-Royce's current interior design will recognize a similarly opulent one here, though the company has added several design elements exclusive to the Spectre. For example, the Spectre's door panels have a twinkle similar to the brand's signature Starry Night headliner, with tiny LED lights sparkling in the area surrounding the armrests. We don't yet have all the details or a list of options and features, but the Spectre should be available with an almost limitless number of personalization and material options. At first glance, the new car's cabin appears almost identical to that of a Rolls-Royce Ghost. The air vents, physical controls, driver's display, and central touchscreen are all the same as in that car. 2 major differences are the Spectre pattern on the dashboard and the new Starlight headlighting that extends down onto the doors for the first time. Speaking of doors, the Spectre has the largest doors ever fitted to a Rolls-Royce, which should make it easier for tall adults to climb into the back. What does the boss say? Torsten Müller-Voss, CEO of Rolls-Royce, tells CAR, "The guiding light is Rolls-Royce first, electric second. That's why we went with traditional Rolls-Royce proportions. It must have the appearance of a Rolls-Royce, monolithic, of great stature, and proudly bearing the Pantheon grille. It drives like a Rolls-Royce, accelerates like a Rolls-Royce, wafts like a Rolls-Royce, has lovely features like Starlight headlining, and uses the same material as a Rolls-Royce, all while being electric. We also decided this car could not be electric or combustion. The Spectre is only powered by electricity. All new Rolls-Royces will be entirely electric while remaining true to the Rolls-Royce brand. This should be the most exciting RR in history. That it is. What's next in the business? This is the architecture for all future Rolls-Royces. They may see very different technologies as well as different shapes. That is the allure of space frame. It is easier to construct different body types. Although every new Rolls-Royce will be electric, there will be combustion engine Rolls for several years. We still see a lot of future business for Cullinans and Ghosts. They are the cornerstone of what Rolls-Royce represents, crowned by the Phantom, which is always around 500 units and very stable. Spectre will undoubtedly be an important addition to our product portfolio. We are, understandably, limited in our total capacity. You could even say it's a built-in guarantee of exclusivity. We are not entering numbers with 5 digits. We intend to remain extremely exclusive. It would also be detrimental to the business model. We are now by far the best client-driven company. We know every client in person. Not me personally, but my company knows every client globally. We are in constant communication with them. If you increase your volume, your business model would suffer. From a historical standpoint, Spectre is one of the most important cars since the Silver Ghost, when the brand's foundation was laid. Also, we are fulfilling Charles Rolls's prophecy. Is the Spectre model a smooth ride? Mueller-Voss claims that Rolls-Royces are already smooth, quiet, and torquey, which are characteristics associated with electric power. So, the transition will be far less jarring than it will be for manufacturers whose appeal is based on the sound, vibration, and visceral excitement of a combustion engine. The future is electric. It will occur. I also believe it is in keeping with the brand. We have no issues with the end of roaring engines, he tells CAR. Isn't range a concern? No. Mueller-Voss believes that Rolls-Royce owners typically live in city centers and use their vehicles for short trips. It's game over if you can't enter city centers in a Rolls-Royce. Take a look around London. All of those Rolls-Royces are privately owned. We must continue to build the vehicles that these customers desire. These people have charging stations at home and work, and if they need to travel long distances, they have private jets. They've been requesting an electric Rolls-Royce for years, it turns out. Changes in technology have resulted in the Spectre, but they have also resulted in a change in our customers, says Mueller-Voss. He lauds Tesla for its products and foresight in establishing its supercharger network. Infrastructure is not a problem for us, said Mueller-Voss, but public charging infrastructure needs to grow massively. Even though current Rolls-Royces have low miles per gallon and high CO2 emissions, Mueller-Voss claims that 80% of all Rolls-Royces ever built are still on the road. He also praises the Goodwood factory for being a model of sustainability, having reduced its energy footprint per car by 29%. Rolls and Royce were both engineers who were interested in new electrical applications. Rolls owned an electric car while a student at Cambridge, a Columbia electric carriage built in the United States. He stated in 1900, "The electric car is completely noiseless and clean. There is no odor or vibration, and they should be very useful once fixed charging stations are established. But for the time being, I don't think they'll be very useful, at least not for a long time." Price range. The Spectre's base price will be between the Cullinan, $351,250, and the Phantom, $460,000. $400,000 or so is a good estimate. With 2.5 million test miles under its belt and numerous marketing clinics with Rolls-Royce fans, the company is confident that its entry into the as-yet unpopulated ultra-luxury EV supercoupe market will be ready for success when it reaches customers in the fourth quarter of 2023. We are told that order books are quickly filling and that the Spectre will provide 20% of the company's overall volume sometime during its first year on the market. Rolls revealed that its typical owner is, surprisingly, the youngest of any ultra-luxury brand today, lending credence to the prediction. This was all about the Rolls-Royce luxury car. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel and share the video with your friends.